faces this man, G.Anderson.
Gary, you're a past winner of the New Zealand Darts Masters. Good memories for you, this part of the world?
Yeah, it's a while ago. You know, I think it was first time I brought Ty across on the long haul. You know, we ended up staying an extra week and loved it. You know, hired a car and just drove about. Just like Scotland. Wet and windy.
A slower start to the year than we're used to. You had a few injury concerns, but we're starting to see the old Gary come back.
It's coming back, you know, it's doing my head in a wee bit. I'm expecting just to walk back and carry on for where I left off, and it's not happening, you know, but it's getting there. Each game, hopefully, is getting better, so we can only sit and wait.
Hopai Puha, he's a scratch golfer, but he's a pretty good darter as well.
He's a scratch golfer. I'm going to be playing him at golf anyway. Yeah, he's played well. You know, he was across in Australia playing, and he's put on a good show. I mean, the boys are getting better every year. Every year we come across, you know, they get better and better. And it's not just you, it's all over the planet, you know. So, yes, it's turned into a very difficult sport nowadays.
We're looking forward to seeing the Scotsman fly. Go well.
Hope so. Thank you very much.
Intriguing matchup to look forward to. G.Anderson against Hopai Puha on night 1 of the Darts Masters.
Yes, a roaring hot favourite is the Flying Scotsman. Really, really popular here in New Zealand. He's always got that glint in his eye and the smile on his face. We don't price it on that, but boy, look how short he is. This is red hot. This is $1.09 against Hopai Puha. You know, he's been on the big stage a few times recently. Tells me he doesn't have any nerves and he's really looking forward to this. What he's going to do, he's pretending he's in his garage at home, and he said he's the boss of his garage. He's at $6. Can he get close to Gary? Again, we've got a handicap start for Hopai in this of the 3.5. He's at 183. We've seen money for that. There's money around New Zealand to suggest that Hopai can get close to the Scotsman. Let's sit back and watch this. One of New Zealand's favourite sons against one of New Zealand's favourite visitors.
It is the opening night of the New Zealand Darts Masters at its newest venue, Claudelands Arena. Spectacular with a crowd of around 3,000 inside, and we're heading towards match number 5 to let the darts fly on the Oki. And we've already seen some wonderful matches so far. James Wade had to work, and he had to work hard against Craig Caldwell to get through 6-5 into the quarterfinals. Daryl Gurney was pretty comfortable, 6-2, and Rob 6-2, and Ben Robb, New Zealand quarterfinalist now, he went through 6-4. It's time for match number 5 and the darts to fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the magnificent city of Hamilton. It's the New Zealand Darts Masters, presented by Burger King and TAB. It's all part of the Professional Darts Corporation's World Series of Darts. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. He is the dart player of New Zealand's #1 and a World Cup representative. Would you please welcome from New Zealand, Hopai Puha! Ladies and gentlemen, Scotland's World Cup champion. He's a two-time Premier League champion and a two-time back-to-back champion of the world. The Flying Scotsman, G.Anderson.
We've already seen one big Kiwi success tonight with Ben Robb, a winner over Simon Whitlock. Can Puha, who is the #1 ranked Kiwi here in New Zealand, upset the apple cart against Gary Anderson. We shall see. Anderson should inarguably the best match of this World Series Down Under tour. A week ago in Melbourne in quarter-finals, lost to Michael van Gerwen, and in a twist of sporting fate, Anderson may yet face van Gerwen again in the quarter-finals here in Houghton on Saturday night if they both win their games. Van Gerwen coming up a little later against Australian Kyle Anderson. Puha, who has yet to win in the World Series. This is his 5th attempt. He's relaxed, he's looking forward to it, he's enjoying the experience. Can he enjoy the feeling of a famous win against Gary Anderson? We shall see. The winner to play either Mike van Gerwen or Kyle Anderson.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg,
Anderson to get us
first.
underway.
Game on!
Anderson hoping for some World Series success by his own very high standards. It's been a disappointing World Series journey for him so far in 2019. But he showed flashes of brilliance in that quarter-final against Van Gerwen. Could have gone either way in Melbourne last weekend. It was won 8-6 by Van Gerwen. The rest is history, of course, as he went on to win the title.
Puha's got his hands full in this match. No question about it. He played all right last week, Stuart. To see him involved, though, in all 3 of the Masters events, though, this year.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
He really is a good player. It's all about getting the experience of these sort of events to try and take their game to the next level. Dominant start from the 2 times world champion.
Gary, you require 130.
129 to go. 120 to go.
Oh, dear.
116 to go. 14 scored. I'd be proud of that down the local.
Would you? Actually, me too. Isn't it amazing that some people just find getting a dart on the board a big achievement? Isn't it incredible? Just puts you in perspective how good these guys are.
46.
Well, Anderson getting frustrated, and rightly so.
Well, he scored 60 in 6 darts from 130 out. But in and out, still rusty. Probably played 20 competitive games in total in 2019. Yeah, well, decent end. Got there in the end. Took in 8 darts from 130. But it was still a comfortable hold of throw.
It sure was. And Puha just gave him too many opportunities.
134.
Puha's wife. 3 kids too, watching at home on TV. Good evening, guys. Hope you're enjoying it. Let's hope for your dad to lift his standards here.
All about doing New Zealand proud. I think that's what he wants to do. Has so far lost to Raven van Barneveld in the first round in both Brisbane and Melbourne. Puha. We know that G.Anderson has been in the wars, which is why he hasn't played too much this year competitively. Really chronic back problem, and then had an elbow injury.
81.
And for the last few days, the last week or so here in Australia, then New Zealand, he is suffering from a really painful toothache. He's really in a bad way. Off to see the dentist on Saturday here in New Zealand.
60.
I couldn't imagine anything worse. How distracting that would be.
Puha require 100.
So the treble machine route. With one treble, should give him a dart at the ball. We'll have to go for it. Answered on 139. And it is the bullseye for the Kiwi.
101. Gary require 139.
This is where Anderson can thrive.
Brilliant.
99.
I'd be disappointed. The first two darts were so good.
The way Puha just takes his time. Got it.
Right in the middle. The first of the match from G.Anderson. We've had 9 so far. We're looking for 71 80s. With Burger King in New Zealand running a deal over this weekend. If there are 70 or more, then starting on Saturday. Whoppers, only $4. BK Chickens, only $4. Deal available for a week, but only in New Zealand. They're going to have to go some to get to 70.
93.
Well, indeed. Well, Anderson actually wasn't far away from back-to-back 180s right there. It's a little unlucky as that second dart of his ricocheted into the treble 5.
56.
We saw in Melbourne, Anderson was one of many players who managed to hit 6 perfect darts, but just couldn't go on. And he's left 130 again.
128. Gary require 130.
Well, go the same way.
42.
Still had darts in hand here for him, and now Puha. It's a good number to keep some pressure on here.
60. Gary require 88.
Treble 17 shot to leave double 18.
72.
Well, for the second consecutive leg on throw from 130, Anderson making a meal of it. This is a chance here for the Kiwi. It is now. To strike a big blow.
Shanghai on the 20s.
100. Gary requires 16. Him showing a third
That's
leg.
what the best do,
Gary
don't they?
Anderson.
They make you
Full
pay.
leg, hook by the throw first. Game on.
Made his World Cup debut for New Zealand a couple of months ago.
125.
Cody Harris and Puha having a brilliant run, getting to the quarterfinals.
140.
Puha, the best player in New Zealand at the moment. The #1 player. possibly not the best New Zealander. That accolade will go to Cody Harris, who we'll see a little bit later on against Raymond van Barneveld, last match of the night. Should be some game too.
60.
A chance here for Anderson against the darts. And he's left 130 again. Give him marks for trying. He's going to try for the third time to take 130 out.
It's funny how it works out like that sometimes.
First darts and his previous who went in the one and the treble one. Can he get the treble? I don't know why he keeps leaving 130. He keeps making a mess of it. Level game. Here's the treble. So Anderson will get a dart, or a chance. Should get a dart at least the ball, but they'll come back looking for
41.
treble 19 and double 16. And he went tops after scoring 9.
49.
And he's left tops eventually.
Requires 75.
But will he get a dart at it?
So double 20 for the finish for Puha.
55.
And nicked the wire.
Gary require 40.
Good marker. Had to
James
be.
on the full flag.
3-1 it is.
G.Anderson, fifth leg going to throw first. Game on.
Fine margins, but if you miss your doubles against these top professionals, more often than not, you're going to be punished.
Well, exactly. 60% on the doubles is Anderson. 3 out of 5. Puha, that's where it's hurting him, Stuart. He's getting himself into positions to check out. But he's just not converting those opportunities at the moment.
30.
He's playing catch-up in this league now.
Yeah, well, in a couple of months,
60.
the top 16 New Zealanders will play the World Championship qualifier. That dream to go and play at the Alexandra Palace.
That is going to be super competitive.
134.
Good comeback from Puha.
58.
Well, he's effectively stolen the darts off Anderson here. Has to hit straight back.
Gary's average is not good, is it? For his high standard, Stuart, 87.
He has just wasted the opportunity that he carved out for himself.
68.
Warren Parry, the grand old man of New Zealand darts. Very disappointing again here from Gary Anderson.
134. Gary 158.
Well, that puts the pressure on, doesn't it? Yes, and not responding at all.
42.
The amount of darts from Anderson.
Requires 76.
They've got in the single one or the treble one. Both averaging 83, 84. Double 8 for Puha to break back. Puha here, you know, has got to realise he's got a great chance
Game on.
against a Gary Anderson in pain with toothache and playing nowhere near his best.
96. 58.
has a great chance here, you know.
First one of the match for Puha.
140.
Well done, young man, back to back. Look, there's back-to-back 180s from the New Zealander. Double 16 for an 11 darter.
Lock that in.
We have a game on, 3-all. Well, Anderson's finally waking up.
That 11 data Stuart from Puha in the last leg. The best in the night so far.
86.
Five out of 6 ain't bad, Stuart, is it?
60. 82.
Anderson's best leg by a long way. Defeated in the quarterfinals in both Brisbane and Melbourne, Gary Anderson.
58. Gary require 104. 64.
That would have been a 12 data. Blistering start. There's some plenty of darts in hand.
100. Gary require 40.
To go ahead of the sport. Good guide. 2 good markers.
20.
4 darts missed.
But he'll get another visit. It's important to note that.
Got to put the pressure on here, Puha. And does.
34. Gary require 20.
Nowhere near.
Game show.
Well, start in hand.
Gary Anderson.
Relief for Gary Anderson. Disappointment for the home crowd. Good game.
It is a good game. There's a nice, intense feel to this one.
41.
The air out of the balloons just come out a tad. And that opener for Puha.
41. 40. 121. 100. 83.
He's frustrated. Without a shadow of a doubt, he's nowhere near his best. Both players averaging 86, but Puha here still has a chance. But to stay in the race,
58.
got to hold throw. Got to hold throw here.
He's got to find some trebles as well.
85.
Talking about radars, Gary Anderson has hit 6 single ones and 4 treble ones during this match. It looks like he still may win it.
97.
Still to come, Peter Rice against Aussie hero David Hesser. Van Gerwen plays Kyle Anderson, and Barneveld plays Cody Harris. Here, Gary Anderson looking at double 8.
58.
2 darts missed for 5-3.
Second time in this match, Puha and Shanghai in the 20s to check out. Anderson's had 14 darts at doubles in this match.
Yeah.
Good last up that one from Puha. But will he get another visit?
Game still on the 8th leg. Gary Anderson.
Gary Anderson is one of the most popular players in the world without a shadow of a doubt. Not many places that he goes and wins a leg and it's met with virtual silence.
Well, exactly.
81.
To be honest, I don't know anyone who doesn't enjoy watching Gary Anderson play. He's great to watch.
96. 96.
Throw for the match. What's Puha got left in the locker?
140.
Keeps the need. Keep needing to score that rather to.
78.
He's got to keep the pressure on here. Now those blokes supporting Gary Anderson or Peter Wright. Maybe both, Stuart.
Anderson's match summed up with those 3 darts he just threw. Treble 20, treble 5, treble 1. That's where he wants to be.
140.
So what a finish to try and win it.
Gary, you require 106.
There's another one.
26.
Well.
Goodbye, you require 82.
Making it very, very difficult for himself.
It's been a problem for him all through this match. He gets to the point where he can set up for a check out and then doesn't do it. And now Puha, stay alive.
Gary, you require 80.
One dart.
40.
Missed for the match.
Goodbye, you require 40.
Just for a breaker throw. The local fans want action. From Hope by Puha. Double 10.
Gary, you require.
Is that the last dart the Kiwi throws in this year's World Series? It is. Gary Anderson averaging just 84, really struggling, in agony with a toothache. But he's won. He's got the job done. Look at that face. Gary Anderson, I think, disgusted with his own performance. But he's a winner. He's through to the quarterfinals. 6-3 over the New Zealander, Pai Puha.
The Flying Scotsman Gary Anderson through to the quarterfinals of the New Zealand Darts Masters, live from Claudelands Arena in Hampton, but he does it the tough way, in pain, and we can confirm he's off to the emergency dentist right now to get that toothache sorted out. And Rod Harrington That's a tough effort.
Yeah, I mean, the worst pain is toothache, and you can see in Gary's stats there that he just weren't at the races. He missed too many big numbers, too many 1s and 5s. But Puha will go off the stage thinking, I could have had him there. Legs 3 and 4, he had 1 dart at double top, so he could have been 3-1 up. If he'd have gone 3-1 up, I think Gary, with the way he was in pain, might have gone, you know, I'll just give it up because I've got to get off the stage. But he missed too many darts. I said he's got the scoring power, Puha, but he needs to hit those doubles under pressure on this big stage.
The most encouraging thing, though, he did say he had a good time. So that's the most important thing. He had a good time in front of this New Zealand crowd.